We're going to be talking about Dr. Umar Johnson, the so-called Dr. Umar Johnson, and Lord Jamar. Lord Jamar was the one who set this off. So let me go ahead and set the stage. I got the receipts up for everybody, and we're just gonna get into it. Right? Y'all know how I do. I don't come without the receipts, man.
Nothing's wrong with your child. They don't have a learning disability. They have a lazy disability. I want y'all to hear me when I say that. Most of our children in special ed in America do not have a learning disability. They can read if they want to.
Now, I want to say that that's nasty. That's nasty. Again, you have Dr. Umar taking advantage. This is what preachers do. This is what victimizers do. They figure out what your weakness is. They figure out what you're hopeless over. So many parents out there are weak and hopeless over their kids being labeled special ed or dyslexia, right? Or whatever you want to call it. And these are real issues. It's not for play. It's not for you to come out and say, oh, your kid just lazy. But here you have Dr. Umar to come in and take advantage of this sentiment. This is what's going on.
That was the spring of 2014.
Okay.
So it's been 6.5 years.
Started getting the money, started getting donations. From what I understand, you raised about $750,000. Yes.
Well said.
$750,000. Everybody wants to know, where's the extra money? Where'd the extra money go? And why is it taking so long to open this school? A lot of people are looking for you to be more transparent, and when they don't see this transparency, it makes them feel, skeptical.
Okay. Let me speak to some of that.
Yes, please.
Number one, I'm transparent with my donors. I'm transparent.
Now, I'm being told that there, people say when your actual donors will ask certain things, they said you will sometimes block them and all this type of stuff.
That is not true. Those are not donors. Those are haters. My donors have direct access to me. I talk to them. I know who they are. Most of them are repeat donors. My donors range everywhere from Black professionals. I have lawyers. I have engineers. I have business owners, all the way down to the retired great-grandma.
See, Lord Jamar, you got that 5% of energy. He'll snuff you out, bro.
Donate. Donors don't hate. So my accountability is only to those who donate. I want to be very clear about that.
Fuck out of here.
Until we raise the money to achieve the goal. It is that simple. Why the school ain't up yet? Because we're not raising enough money. But guess who don't have to ask those questions? The owner of Quaker Grits, because Negroes give them $11 million a year. Guess who don't have to ask that question? Nike and Air Jordan, because Negroes give them $4 billion.
Do you hear this nigga, bro? I'm trying to be quiet. Do you hear this nigga, man?
Weave, perm, and beauty products, $30 billion.
Let me take notes, man.
Fast food, $1 billion a year. They don't have to ask the Europeans and the Jews and the Chinese and the Arabs. They don't have to ask how long it's going to take them to get that Negro money. Haters. See, y'all keep making these things. He needs to talk. No, I don't. Y'all don't know who I got.
But
I got
then
everything.
why is somebody, you have all these credentials, then why is this man who we don't know was able to put his school together in a few months, and it's taking you 6 years, brother?
6 years is nothing for a school.
The answers that people want to know, they want to.
I'm not interested in people. I'm interested in donors, brother. I'm not interested in people. I'm interested in donors, brother. I'm not interested in people. I'm interested in donors, brother.
Yeah, but in order for you to get donors, though, you're gonna have to satisfy these. Yes, brother. And how are you gonna get donors if you don't if I'm
disagree with you?
Listen. If I'm considering to be a donor, but I have certain questions that I want answered. I feel like that's legitimate.
Can I tell you why that's bullshit?
Why?
Can I?
Go ahead, please.
Respectfully. You've been raising money for 6.5 years, brother. If you ain't donut by now, you ain't donating.
Go ahead, please.
Respectfully. You've been raising money for 6.5 years, brother. If you ain't donut by now, you ain't donating. And your question don't matter.
No.
Yes.
No. You can't assume that in the 6 years everybody knows what you're doing.
Wait, hang on.
That's a fact.
hang on. Let me interject here.
If you
I
ain't
think
donate by now, you ain't gonna donate, and that's all right with me.
But what if they didn't know about it? What if they're just finding out about it?
hang on. Let me interject to both of you guys.
I don't know if Lord Jamar knew what he actually did. That's a pure body, nigga. When a nigga start talking about, oh, I don't want to hear nothing unless I'm getting money from you, my nigga. I don't want to hear nothing. Once you made this man say that shit, that's a body, bro. We don't even have to talk no more.
Go ahead, please.
Respectfully. You've been raising money for 6.5 years, brother. If you ain't donut by now, you ain't donating, and your question don't matter. It's bullshit.
Why? Go ahead, please.
Respectfully. You've been raising money for 6.5 years, brother. If you ain't donut by now, you ain't donating, and your question don't matter.
Thank you. You cleared it up for everybody. You just told the people that unless you getting money, unless we giving you money, nigga, right? Unless we put money in your pocket, nigga, we don't matter. That's a body. Lord Jamar was going easy on you, nigga. He gave you calculated 5% energy. The nigga broke you down. I saw it coming. I saw what Lord Jamar was doing to your ass, nigga. You thought you was about to go in there and get some shine. Yeah, you did. You didn't think Lord Jamar was tapped in to your shenanigans. No, you didn't. You didn't think he was up on game. Huh? I don't know if it was the videos that I sent them behind the scenes. I don't know. Somehow Lord Jamar was prepared for your ass, nigga. He took you out there into the water. He took you out there into the deep end and let you drown yourself.
There's so much that goes into acquiring property, first of all, especially at that size. When he hit him with that question, right? When he hit him with that question about, well, why you ain't this, and you ain't donating, so you ain't never, what the fuck that got to do with anything?
He got extremely defensive.
Exactly. He showed, just like when you press somebody in the street and they saying they ain't say or do something or whatever, and you say something to them and they start talking about some crazy shit.
Right.
Like, my man, what are you talking about? We talking about this.
Right.
In that instance right there, just me listening, yo, sorry, Dr.Umar, you're going to hold this L, man, because you really looking crazy out here. The message and what you wanted to do and what you was putting forth and presenting to the people was like all milk and honey. But now here we are 10 years later, and all your little scandals and all the little things that went on, it's making you look crazy. And it's, again, everything he said about Nike getting our money, about the Quaker Rose people, about businesses getting funded from the government, everything that he was saying in that vein is real. Is real.
Well, let me speak to that real quick, Mr. A, because yes, it's real, but there's a very, very distinct difference. Very, very distinct difference. He said Nike. He said Quaker. The white man. Yeah. But here's the thing. There's one distinct difference between those people and him. They provide a product. They provide a motherfucking product, nigga. If I pay $2.99, nigga, for some goddamn Quaker oat milk, I'm gonna walk out with the goddamn thing, nigga, physically with the fucking Quaker oat milk in my goddamn hand, nigga. If I pay $200 for a pair of Nikes, nigga, for a pair of LeBrons, guess what? I'm gonna go in Foot Locker, I'm gonna pay all that goddamn money, nigga. And if I wanna lace my shit up in a goddamn store and walk out with the LeBrons on my goddamn feet, guess what? I'm gonna do it, nigga. But here we are with Umar Johnson.
One of these guys said something. I don't want to say it was. I think it was Boyce. I think Boyce Watkins said something like, you know, even though he had his beef with Umar, he was like, you know, kind of wrong how he did him, how he ambushed him. But to me,
bro, what kind of interviewer would I be to let you come on my platform and not ask you those basic, simple ass questions? It ain't like he had receipts lined up and this nigga said. He asked some simple shit that everybody want to know. Right?
You know, like since I heard of Umar and heard him speak, I think like all of us, like we was like, damn, this dude, like he's spitting. You know what I'm saying? Like he spitting that shit, like he telling the truth. But once he started getting a little bit of fame, getting a little bit of money, that can change, that can feed into your ego. And I think what I saw on the Lord Jamar podcast is that his ego was struck.
Y'all ever rode up to a stoplight and you seen a nigga under the freeway or at the stoplight with the squingy or a bum or something? And he
jammed up.
And look, he's sitting there like he really hurting, right? Like he he got the sign and everything, right? And what you do? You pull up because you got the 2 for $5 from McDonald's. You got the extra cheeseburger, right? You like nigga, I know you hungry. I know you hungry, my nigga, right? I know you hungry. You need instead of giving you a couple of dollars where you gotta walk all the way down there. I just came fresh from Mickey D's. Let me give you the hot double cheeseburger. And what happened? The nigga damn near he wanna throw the burger right back at you, nigga. He say fuck your burger, nigga. That's happened to me before. A nigga throw the burger on the ground.
$2.
Yeah. Nigga take the burger. Nigga take the burger and throw the burger on the ground like he not grateful. That's what Dr. Umar Johnson did. He asked him. Lord Jamar gave you a burger. He said, "Why don't you take people time? That's the food." He said, "Why don't you actually just use people time? Like when people offer their time and like a bum with no money who out there just hustling them people. When you gave him what he actually needed, he got mad." He got mad. But did Roland Martin press him? Do y'all remember if Roland Martin pressed?
You think he didn't? He pressed him like a fresh shirt, boy. What?
Oh no, he did. He pressed him about his degree though. It was more or less. It was more about his credentials. I do remember that. Y'all talking about when he was pressing him about his credentials and whether he was really a doctor and all that, right?
Respect Roland Martin. I appreciate him because he does not fuck around.
And that was when the TV. That's when the TV show was still actually on TV1.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
I remember that Roland Martin got him right on that show, and he spent most of the whole show trying to defend his credentials. And here it is 4 years later, right? And he's taking with Dr. Umar. There we go. With Dr. Umar, he's been doing this as far as his school. I'm not gonna go into the whole spiel about, it's basically going on a decade, right? 6, 7, 8 years, damn near a decade. You know what I'm saying? Maybe $1 million, maybe $2 million of money, all to open up a school, right, for black boys, for the black community. Now, Here's the thing. You live and you learn. Maybe he may have run into a few hurdles along the way, right? Maybe he ran into a few circumstances that showed him that opening up a school is not as easy as he thought it was, right? I can feel that. But when you coming up on damn near a decade and you're still taking money, so you're saying to the people that you're competent. You're able to open this school. You're confident in what you're doing. But still yet, we're 7, 8, 9, 10 years later and you don't have the school. If I'm not mistaken, it's 2020. If I'm not mistaken, we are in the middle of a pandemic, coronavirus. If I'm not mistaken, education all within itself has been moved online. I'm not just talking. Over 50% of students from K through 12 are participating in online education. That's alternative education, online education, right? This is pretty much the standard. Not an anomaly, but the standard of American education. Yet we have Dr. Umar Johnson, 10 years later, taking donations from the black community for a school, a physical school that still has not been opened. Now I say to those, and I say to Dr. Umar Johnson, if you're really invested in the black community, if you're really invested in educating young black boys, then where are the online classes? Where is the online education? You can only educate, what, 200, 300, 1,000 maybe in a couple of buildings? But you can educate millions online. So I ask you, Dr. Umar Johnson, how long will you take money from the black community? And when will you finally decide to start educating our young black boys? You gave us a promise, and you have not delivered. I am here to tell you that the internet is free. It doesn't cost anything. YouTube is absolutely free. The membership doesn't cost anything. And Breadman is here to tell you that you owe us some kind of education, brother. It's time for you to deliver, Dr. Umar Johnson. And that is the nail in the coffin. It's time to take the shit online. How hard can it be to educate somebody via online, especially when that's pretty much the standard of American education? Dr. Umar, you have to answer to this. The black community needs answers. And I would suggest to anybody, anyone, before donating any money, any more money to Dr. Umar Johnson, right? I suggest we challenge him and we demand that he educate some black boys first. You're tuned in to the Angry Black Man Podcast. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit share, and make sure you hit subscribe. I had to get my shit off, right? Because it's that simple to me. Don't come to me talking about education and this and that. And you're not even plugged into the technology, nigga. You could educate millions. Miss me with the oopty-wop, nigga. Miss me with the oopty-wop. Let me go to my panel, right?